Good day, journal. I know it seemed rude, cruel, and unusual behavior. Many thought it was. But there was no other way to become who you always imagined becoming. You cannot be the best of yourself consistently giving so much of yourself to that many people. It's true. It just is. The facts are what they are. You could try to deny the truth, but the reality is undeniable. You were then, and I imagine you remain so today, ill-equipped to be everything to anyone when you haven't figured out how to be the best for yourself. You would have remained in that old life you loathed if you had not decided to be selfish and look out for number one. Number one means you, but not narcissistically. You never expected others to put you first in their lives. Honestly, you abhorred when another person places you on a pedestal. It's hard for you even to accept a compliment. No, number one for you only meant that you needed to give the best of yourself to yourself first, if you wanted to be the best version of yourself possible. You can't now, and you can't then get to be the best life by giving the best of yourself to the lives of others first and foremost. I know how difficult it is to be in the company of those you love and adore and decide that you can no longer be in their company. It's hard when you, for years, existed to be the locomotive that carried other passengers. It's hard for others to understand that you can no longer hold, transport, or store their bags for them. This journey called life is similar to airline travel. Everyone must purchase their ticket. If you're traveling internationally, everyone must have their passport. Airline travel doesn't allow you to travel for another or share and sit in the same seat. We all must make our travel arrangements, have our travel documents in order, and purchase a seat. Travel might seem like a joint experience, but it is first and primarily individual. When you pack for the trip, you must declare which bags belong to you. The airport security announcements warn you against watching other people's bags or carrying them as your own. You must give your full attention to your luggage and not attempt to care for others. That's the way you now live your life. You're no longer the passenger trying to figuratively carry another's bags or another's baggage, literally. Everyone has baggage. To be human is to have baggage. To be an American is to be metaphorically like a passenger who knows not how to travel lightly. We are the passengers who overpack and must pay extra for the excessive weight of our bags. For the record, those with excessively weighing bags have a choice. They can rid themselves of their baggage. They could travel light as you choose to do in your life. They could only travel with a carry-on packed with hopes and dreams, promises and potentials outlined by the Creator. And they too could dump yesterday's weighty, mental, physical, and spiritual baggage. Traveling without yesterday's troublesome baggage and the baggage of tomorrow's worries is the only way to travel. It's the only way eagles like you fly and soar. Life used to be like that for you, where you behave like the bellhop carrying others' luggage around. Folks, namely the ones closest to you, who knew you loved and adored them, placed their bags down and expected you to carry them for them. You expected to carry their pain and hurt. You were also expected to haul their trials and tribulations. Those heavy-ass, excessive weight bags that otherwise would weigh them down were assigned to you to carry. and you were to assist them with carrying the bags. People didn't have to say a word. You would offer your aid without them having to ask. You would look in their face, see pain and hurt, and pick up the bags like the butler. You'd see the grim countenance and make yourself available to do what you could to remove the world's weight from them and put it on your shoulders, believing the Creator birthed you to carry such a daunting load. But you are not made to carry the historical griefs of others. Other people's disappointments and challenges are not for you to bear. You're not divine, and I continue trying to convince you of that truth. There was only one Jesus, and to the best of your knowledge, carrying the weight of the world came with unbearable pain and suffering. You don't want any part of that cross. Those nails aren't a joke. That's not life for you. The Spirit didn't birth you to try to walk in Jesus' shoes. What would Jesus do? Yes, you're free to ask that question. But doing what Jesus did as a Savior, pretending you are even close in ability, well, that's just lunacy. Today you walk alone each morning. You walk solo through this life. Well, you're not entirely alone. The journey is always by your side. But people, not so much. People accompanying you on your journey are few and far between these days. It's way too people for you. There are too many people out there in those streets. It's way too people because you're weak. Your weakness is caring for others more than you have the good sense to care for yourself. Your kryptonite is not green. Yours is beating the hearts of those who can tell need help, who often won't help themselves as much as you would help them. However, most of the time, the best help you can offer another is to remove yourself from their journey. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for another is not partake in their travel plans. Let others figure out where they are going and what they want for their lives. Get out of the way so you're not emotionally and spiritually convicted to begin carrying another's bags. Move out of the way and leave others' bags alone. Let others hold, transport, and store their baggage. Your bags are heavy enough. Your baggage demands your full, undivided attention if you remain committed to being a serial, best-selling, award-winning author and global public intellectual. You can't grasp or hold on to your best life if you keep grasping and holding on to the trials and tribulations, pains and sufferings of others, even those you love and adore. Travel light. Keep going like you've been, and you might continue living as you always imagined. Life is not meant to travel with another's baggage.
Reflect and write. Have you been the locomotive for others? Are you carrying baggage that is not your own? How has carrying the baggage of others impacted your ability to be the best version of yourself? How will you break this cycle? How will you rid yourself of your baggage and the baggage of others? Tell yourself today that you were not made to carry the bags of others. That is not your job. Now act. Do you share Nate's weakness of caring for others more than you have the good sense to care for yourself? Today is the day to let others carry, store, and handle their own baggage. It is time to start to travel light. Spend the next 5 minutes, yes, set a timer, considering what baggage you have been carrying that is not yours. Once you finish that, set a timer again for 14 minutes and journal forward. Imagine your life sans the baggage. Be specific. What are you doing? Where are you going? What does your life look like? Now reread what you've written. Commit to yourself today to let go of the baggage of others. It is time to travel light. Now journey forward.